Welcome back, Slide the Alien. Today I'm going to teach you how to use Manchester City in FIFA 20. I'm going to give you all the tactics, the formation, the roles, the instruction, and I will also give you all the details about the players, weaknesses, the skills, their traits, all of it. So you can get the full picture of how to use Manchester City so that you can get to bring the best out of the team as well. And before I start, I'm going to be very serious on this. If you really want to learn how to use Manchester City in this video, I would really heavily suggest you to watch this video until the end. If you don't watch this video until the end, you will definitely learn nothing. This is not all about formation and tactics only. This is most importantly that you must know all about the players' traits, skills, weaknesses. You must also know about the players' instruction, how to instruct them to do the things they are supposed to do on the pitch. So if you really want to learn how to use Manchester City, you must watch this video until the end. I am very serious about this, okay? Because I want you to be the best player out there, and I want you to win all matches against your friends, against other pro players. So I'm going to be serious about this, okay? And now first I'm going to explain about what players that I'm going to use for the striker: Aguero, midfielder De Bruyne, Sterling, Mahrez, and Gundogan, Rodri, Mendy, Laporte, Fernandinho, and Walker. And the goalie is going to be Henderson. For the formation, I'm going to be using a 4-2-3-1 because I think at the moment Manchester City is very good at using this formation in the Premier League. So I'm going to use this formation to teach you how to use 4-2-3-1 wide. And now for the tactics, we are going to use the defensive style, press after possession loss. The reason why, because Manchester City, they love to take the ball quickly after the opposition possess the ball. That is how Manchester City usually defend when they are playing in the Premier League. They like to defend high up on the final third of the pitch instead of going back into the defensive third, the center backs, the full backs to defend against those opponents while attacking. That is not how City defend. They usually defend on the final third of the pitch. And now for the width, it's going to be 7 bars. I think that 7 bars is quite okay because City players will gonna press a lot after they lose the ball. So 7 bars will give them a lot of movements on the pitch when they are trying to get the ball as fast as they can from the opponents. For the depth, it's going to be 8 bars. Yes, because they are going to press the ball on the final third of the pitch. So the depth is going to be high up on the final third. So 8 bars is the best solution, the best option for these defensive tactics. Now for the offensive style, obviously it's gonna be possession. Because Manchester City, I cannot put them as balanced, long ball and fast build up. The reason why is because the players of Manchester City don't have a lot of stamina. So I like to use possession because it's the best option to keep their stamina high up. And the second reason is because they are very good at dribbling and passing. Passing is their key traits in playing attacking tactics. So I like to bring the best out of their possession skill, best out of their passing skill, so it will be best for them to use the possession offensive style. Now for the width, it's going to be 6 bars. If you want to put 7 bars, it's fine, but I would rather personally put 6 bars. It's because it will make them pass the ball to another teammates much easier in 6 bars. And so for the players in box, it's going to be 5 players, 5 bars, because I don't want to risk more than 5 players to go into the box because not all Manchester City players are very fast except for Sterling and Mahrez. So I will not take that risk. So I would rather put players in box 5 bars. And second reason is because not all of them have the good pace, not all of them have good sprint speed. So that's the reason why I put 5 bars is enough. For the corners, it's going to be 3 bars. For the free kicks, it's going to be 3 bars. For the roles, as you can see here, it's mostly Kevin De Bruyne doing all the job. And for the left corner, it's going to be Mahrez because he's left-footed. Yeah. And now for the instructions, this is the most important one. I want you to pay attention on this. Don't mess around with the instructions because this is the most crucial part of the tactics. Now for the Aguero, it's all going to be balanced because he's basically an all-round striker. He can do anything, can be false 9. He can be a target man as well, but he's basically much better as a full striker who focuses on doing finishing. But sometimes he can be at the edge of the pitch, sometimes he can also be at the center of the pitch to assist the wingers who are going inside forward to going for the goal, to shoot, to assist or something else like that. Basically Aguero can do anything as a striker, so just put all of it balanced, okay? Now for Kevin De Bruyne, obviously I'm going to put him at free roam, only free roam, okay? Why? Because he's basically not just a midfielder, he's a very special player, a very unique one basically. He can play as a winger as well, he can play as a defensive midfielder and attacking midfielder and as a striker. He can play basically at any position that he wants. So free roam will give him more spaces to let him use more of his intelligence to roam on the pitch, because he's a very good midfielder, very good at attacking positioning. So I want to give him the freedom to roam on the pitch to find any chance of doing assists and scoring more goals. That's the reason why I put him on free roam. That's the best option. So now for Sterling, it's going to be get in behind only, okay? And Mahrez as well is going to be get in behind, okay? Only two. Because Sterling and Mahrez, they have a very fast sprint speed, especially Sterling. Mahrez, not so much, but okay. His pace is okay for me. So getting behind is also the best choice for him as well. And I'm going to put the chance creation at balance for both Sterling balance and Mahrez balance. The reason why, because Sterling has a very great dribbling skill. So I don't think that it is necessary to put him and cut inside or maybe stay wide as well. It's okay. I think that he's a very good dribbler. So if Sterling or Mahrez are attacking in the final third, I suggest that it's going to be balanced, so it will let them use their intelligence more in roaming on the pitch, in running on the pitch. So it's the best one for them. And now for Gundogan, it's going to be all balanced. And for Rodri, it's going to be stay back while attacking. Why I put stay back while attacking? Because most of Manchester City players is going to be attacking on the final third. So we need players, at least one central defensive midfielders to defend on the defensive third of the pitch. So Rodri is very good at defending rather than as a midfielder passing to another player. I think that we should use his defensive skill more on the pitch. So it's better to put him at stay back while attacking. Yes, that's the reason why. Now for the fullbacks, Mendy joined the attack and Walker as well. Kyle Walker joined the attack as well. The reason why I put them only and join the attack, why not overlap, why not invert it? Both of them. Why not overlap? Why not invert it? Why? Because Manchester City fullbacks, they are not only good at overlapping attack, but they are also very good at covering spaces where midfielders are going on the overlap of the pitch. So when, for example, Rodri, or for example, if Gundogan is going at the edge of the pitch, Rodri is going at the edge of the pitch. So we need fullbacks to cover this space. Okay, we need fullbacks, Walker, Mendy, to cover this space when these central defensive midfielders are going wide. So we need fullbacks to go it inside, okay, to help them taking the position as a midfielder for a certain time. That's the reason why I put them as join the attack only, and the rest is balanced. That's the best choice. For the centre backs, it's going to be all balanced, stay back while attacking. And for the keeper, it's going to be come for crosses and sweeper keeper, because Ederson is very good at defending crosses. He is also very good at defending the ball outside of the box, outside of the penalty box. That's the best choice for Ederson. Yeah, and that's it actually for the tactics. To get a better picture of how to use Manchester City, just picture it if you are going to use Barcelona, because Manchester City used similar philosophy to Barcelona, because the coach is Pep Guardiola fiercely, and he loves to do a lot of passing, a lot of dribbling in his attacking tactics. So in these tactics, you are going to do a lot of possession, you are going to do a lot of passing and dribbling especially. Luckily in this team, Manchester City have very fast players such as Kyle Walker, Raheem Sterling, Mahrez, and etc. So you don't have to worry about maybe you have slow players or something like that. That's okay. but you are going to use players with a very low stamina, except for Kevin De Bruyne, because most of the players in Manchester City have very low stamina, so I would advise not sprint too much. That's why I made these tactics. It's going to be a lot of possession style, because I want to make this team save up their stamina as much as possible to prevent to do a lot of unnecessary substitution on the pitch. And that is the way how Manchester City are attacking, by using a lot of dribbling, passing and possession style. But how they are defending is that they are going to take the ball as fast as possible when the opponents take the ball from you, and Manchester City are going to take the ball as fast as possible from the opponents on the final third of the pitch instead on the defensive third of the pitch. Because most of the players in Manchester City, when they are attacking, they are mostly on the box, on the opponent's box. So if, for example, the players are going to defend on the defensive third of the pitch, I think that is going to be reduce a lot of stamina, and it's kind of insane because it will make all of the players tired. So I would advise heavily to take the ball as fast as possible if you want to take the ball from the opponents, if you want to defend the goal. These tactics have been tested against a lot of strong teams such as Barcelona, Real Madrid and etc. And I have tested it, and I've played against pro players and my friends by using these tactics that I created. I have won a lot of matches by using these tactics, so just trust me on this. You're gonna win a lot of matches if you listen to me, if you listen to these tactics, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm very serious about this. Besides Manchester City, I have also done a lot of tactics video of other teams, so I would suggest you to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you find it useful. Click the button right here if you want to see more tactic video like this. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Slide the aliens, sliding out!